Well, Rise and Grind DMV, happy Sunday. We are waking up to cloudy conditions out there, and a few locations could see some isolated showers. So keep it here. We'll break down that forecast coming up.
Breaking news this morning on DC News Now. A home explosion in Baltimore County, the latest from fire crews battling the flames. Plus an update in the search for the person who shot 5 people at a senior skip day event, and the details on the victims released from the hospital. Plus, a bipartisan foreign aid bill passes the U.S. House. Coming up, the details of the bill and the chances of it passing the Senate.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to DC News Now. I'm Haley Milan. We'll get to our top stories in just a few moments, but first, it's looking nice out there, looking peaceful this Sunday morning. Brittany Ward getting us set with our forecast. Brittany, I'm seeing people walking on the streets here enjoying their Sunday. What do we have in store for us?
You know, we are going to be dealing with cloudy skies as we head through much of your morning, and then we are going to be tracking some isolated showers across portions of the DMV. So let's take a look at radar right now, kind of showing you the overall picture. We are dry in our area, but it looks like some showers are now starting to bubble up there along the Shenandoah Valley. We'll continue to hold on to dry conditions at least for the next hour or so before we start to see rain work its way into southern Maryland as well as central Virginia. But those clouds have finally overtaken the DMV. Overcast skies will be the trend across much of the area, and then we're going to continue to keep an eye out on this stalled front. Notice that low has finally begun to form. That low will continue to track its way along that stalled boundary, working its way closer to the DC metro area, allowing for these showers to fall across our southern counties. So keep it here. We'll break down that forecast coming up.
Brittany, thank you. Breaking news this morning, fire crews in Baltimore County are on the scene of a home explosion and fire in the town of Essex. It happened near Crafton and Ridgemore Roads. Fire crews responded around 11:30 last night. Now, these are photos from the explosion. The fire department posted them on social media. Hazmat and investigative units are on the scene. Currently, there are no injuries reported. Baltimore County says fire crews will remain on the scene of the explosion to extinguish hotspots for an extended period of time. This is a developing story, and we're working to keep you updated. And in the district, police are looking for this red car you see on your screen. The 4-door Honda is believed to be connected to a shooting that injured 2 men yesterday. They say it happened on MLK Jr. Avenue Southwest, not far from Ballo High School. Police say both men are conscious and breathing. Anyone with information should call police. Well, the search continues for the person who shot and wounded 5 people at a Prince George's County Park on Friday. 3 of the victims have been released from the hospital. DC News Now's Dave Laval has reaction from neighbors 1 day after the shooting.
The pavilion where the shootings took place remains closed to the public as neighbors are still reeling from what happened here Friday afternoon.
I think it's really sad.
Juanita Driver reflects on the mass shooting that hurt 5 people at Shrom Hills Park. Video posted on social media shows just how large a turnout there was at the park just before the gunman opened fire. Greenbelt police believe the students came from several high schools, including Eleanor Roosevelt High and Bowie High.
It's very alarming that it's just like happening so frequently, and just like in the community that like even like my 4-year-old goes to school in, and like during the day.
All of the wounded are said to be between 16 and 18 years old. Police told us they didn't know about the gathering, as a similar one took place last year with no issues. That does little to ease the concerns of neighbors, like Pastor Jimmy Munoz.
Being in school, that's what needs to be celebrated. And yes, it's good to have fun, but you see it's not safe.
The mass shooting is just the latest high-profile violence at the park. 3rd-grade French teacher Madame Silla vanished here last July after she went for a walk. Investigators found her body a month later in Clinton.
To think that this space doesn't feel safe anymore. With all these incidents, the neighborhood doesn't feel safe, and I'm thinking like, what is happening to our neighborhoods? What is happening to our kids? What is happening to our teens that is causing them to not have a space where they they can be safe anymore.
Police are still looking for the shooter. They say took off along Hanover Parkway. You're asked to call Greenbelt Police if you have any information. In Greenbelt, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Well, the U.S. House approved $95 billion in aid for American allies, including Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. They also made another major step to potentially ban TikTok, approving a measure that would clamp down on the app, giving parent company ByteDance 9 months to sell or to be banned in the U.S. That's something President Joe Biden has said he would sign. Now this package goes to the Senate. Here's Speaker Mike Johnson on Saturday's quickly passed vote.
I know there are critics of the legislation. I understand that. It is not a perfect piece of legislation. We're not ensured that in a time of divided government and in a time where there are lots of different opinions.
And here at home, our elected leaders are responding. Virginia Republican Congressman Rob Whitman says, in part, these critical security bills will provide our pro-democracy and freedom-loving allies and partners with the resources they need to defend themselves. Democratic Senator Mark Warner says he's looking forward to taking up the package, saying this is an important step towards standing with Ukrainian people and keeping our word to NATO allies. Well, Maryland Governor Wes Moore signed a bill into law that will add a constitutional amendment on abortion protections to the ballot in November. The president of the Women's Caucus of the State House says she's on a statewide tour to build support for the initiative. That's Delegate Leslie Lopez from Montgomery County. She says after a federal Dobbs decision last summer, a number of states have enacted abortion bans, including Florida and Arizona. She's calling on Maryland voters this fall to protect a woman's right to choose.
16 states have abortion bans. In the past year in Maryland, at clinics like this, they've seen a 25% increase in folks coming from other states to get care in Maryland.
Delegate Lopez is running for Maryland's 6th congressional district, currently seated by Congressman David Trone. Trone is running for U.S. Senate. In Frederick County, County Executive Jessica Fitzwater announced earlier this week her proposed budget for fiscal year 2025. It includes a proposed increase to the property tax by 4.7%. Fitzwater says the money will fund school construction projects, but some county council members feel it's not the right time financially for a tax hike. Others say improving public schools and education needs to remain a priority.
I'm not sure that many residents can afford to do that right now with their increasing assessments.
I think it's really the entire community's responsibility to improve the education of our young people.
Councilman Donald says he and the other members are open to suggestions that could satisfy both issues. A public hearing about the proposed budget is scheduled for April 23rd. In Virginia, Governor Glenn Youngkin says he wants to keep the conversation on skill games going. This after the state Senate resoundingly rejected his changes to a bill meant to legalize skill games in the Commonwealth. The governor says he's willing to rethink his amendments that prohibit skill games within 35 miles of a casino and within a half mile of a school or place of worship. Youngkin says if an agreement is reached, language to legalize skill games could be included in the upcoming state budget.
I also want to be clear that I am open to discussing, particularly the issues with the perimeter, the perimeter policies, and I think we can address that, and I think that will go a long way to helping folks get to a common ground here.
But I think it is a step in the right direction for the governor. He at least acknowledged that there is a problem with his amendments, his 75-page amendment.
Youngkin is likely to veto the bill given his concerns, but lawmakers say they're continuing to discuss a compromise as part of the new budget they're working on. Well, a report from Forbes shows that the DMV has the 6th most competitive rental market in the U.S. This might hurt to hear. It scored metro areas based on a number of available rentals, the number of prospective renters, rental vacancy rates, and yearly change in median rental price. The DMV ranked 10th highest for rental prices with a median price of $2,500 per rental. It ranked 16th for availability and saw a 5.5% vacancy rate last year. It ranks 23rd for prospective renters. But if that hurts too much, go a little bit north of here. The Baltimore metropolitan area ranked 1st for least competitive rental markets. Brittany, how about a look outside at this hour?
You know, Haley, your time now 8:09 on this Sunday morning, and overall we are tracking cooler conditions as you head further off west out towards Cumberland. You guys are still holding on to the upper 30s, and we're in the lower 40s there in Martinsburg, West Virginia, as well as Winchester, Virginia, and then closer to DC metro area, we are in the upper 40s. Now, temperatures today will be on the cooler side. We'll be holding on to overcast skies, but some isolated showers will be in the forecast as we head through your day. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.